I think like as humans, we all strive for balance. I don't really think there is balance in life. You're either like doing family or doing work, but I think in this line, there was a lot of water kind of in the work bucket. 162 games a year, it's really 365 day a year job, but I definitely wanted to maximize my time at home. If it could be an extra 20 nights a year, whatever that could be. So moving away from the San Francisco market and being really open to a lot of different things was kind of how I approached it. Whether it was a AAA job, whether it was coordinator, whether it was front office, player development. I was really open to a whole lot of things as long as it maximized my time at home. And with the kids getting older, I wanted to be around a little bit more as best I could and just kind of see where the next chapter of my work life took me. Come on, Teddy! Teddy was born prematurely. We were in Seattle. Got a call down to the bullpen and I had to fly back to Connecticut. And she spent 9 weeks in the NICU, and as a player, I was rehabbing at the time, but having to, fight coming back off the IL and drive, 2 hours to Yale after the game, and then round with the doctors at 6 a.m. and then drive back up around 1 o'clock or noon, to then try and compete that night was hard, and that's real life. I mean, there's a lot of people that are dealt worse hands, and for me, it was just trying to maximize, my obligation as a pitcher and the commitment to the Red Sox, and then dealing with our firstborn. Thankfully, obviously Amanda's by my side and she's uber supportive of everything I do, but we're a team, and looking back at the decisions we made and needing to spend that time with Teddy at the hospital and then coming here and trying to compete. Yeah, there's no other option, right? Like, we're gonna quit, there's nothing, you just gotta get it done. And that's the way I look at everything. Even in coaching, it's just in how I coach the players. It's like, well, what's the other option? And if you can find a better one, then, sure. But at that point in time, I had commitments here. This is my job. This is where my focus was, and I had my life. And just because we were going through a struggle there, it doesn't mean, we just, quit. So just trying to find the best way to get through that time, and it's a very supportive family. Obviously, Amanda and her family that are in Connecticut were able to take on a lot, and we were just able to get it done. Oh, nice. Here. Yay. Catch it. Ah! I didn't make an error. 4-4. It kind of just fell into me, honestly. Very fortunate to play for as long as I did. Never really thought I'd have a chance, going to college just to play baseball. Like, I just wanted to play and never really think anything further than that. After I left here, after 2013, I joined the Yankees on a minor league deal to rehab. I had shoulder surgery my last year here, and it was during that time that I really kind of started noticing younger players at the complex where I was rehabbing just asking me questions, and it was the first time I was really introduced to any type of technology in pitching. So kind of just organically fell in love with it, and I want to win. I'm competitive in everything I do. From the coaching standpoint, that competitiveness still kind of fills that void for me. But really, it was kind of after I decided to stop playing, I had went into that decision with an open mind, decided that just kind of wanted to go the coaching route and see where it took me.
So it's like I was on top and through. The other one, do you think I was coming a little bit around?
Probably a little bit out here.
A little bit out there.
Yeah.
So
generally, from a pitching side of things, there's some outlier qualities that really help a pitcher get to the big leagues, and we want to exploit that at all costs. And we used to, for the longest time, think that there was this mental gap between AAA and the big leagues, and there can be for sure, but a lot of the time it's analytically driven, whether it's pitch movement, shape, usage, those types of things. So kind of putting the right recipe together to help these guys have success, and then kind of show them, through as clear a lens as you can is great. But ultimately, I think the success of the group doesn't really fall on me. I think it's really allowing the people around me to have a voice, to coach, to free them up to have fulfillment and purpose in what they do, so they can come to the yard and feel fulfilled. Because every time we have a player have success, don't want it to fall on me. It's our group and them. So like, if Kevin Walker has a thought and we come together as a group, we're like, yeah, that's great. Like, okay, now go execute it. It doesn't have to fall on me. It's not my decision. So for me, it's about how can we make our coaches better? How can we get them to coach? How can we delegate appropriately to make players better? And for those individual players that are making strides this year, it's really just letting them shine and giving them consistent confidence by holding them accountable first and foremost, and outlining certain process metrics that we value as an organization, as a major league team, and we're not falling under those things. So, and then we got to put training economy and create training environments appropriately to execute on those.
Direction looks good. Setup looks good. Boy, hands. Boy, Tanner. Good job, dude. That was impressive.
That felt really good. That felt really clean.
Really good bullpen throw.
That's why you guys are elite.
Players are super adaptable. They're very pliable. They're moldable. I really think that, like, as humans, we're never done developing. I think, like, as soon as complacency sets in, like, that's when failure starts. And the players that are able to always evolve and always challenge are ones that stay around for a really long time. From the big leagues side of things, you just look for the history of baseball, and spin pitches just play better, and off-speed pitches, and limit damage. And we're looking at expected stats as well. Like, we want to keep the ball in the yard as best as possible, and we want to limit damage and punch guys out. And it's about a blend of a lot of different things, and allowing the pitcher to move as naturally as possible, the way their anatomy is put together, working with the strength and conditioning department, mental side and medical side to get the best out of them every single day. But yeah, I think like the days are kind of done where you're just kind of, there's a little bit of a science behind it, and we just try and get the best out of players.
Everything looks really good, dude.
I'm really impressed with the buy-in from all of our guys in terms of their preparation and consistency and understanding of who they are now at the major league level. And Tanner, yeah, he's having a career year. We got to keep it going, and job's not done. So like the expectations for me are to help players be the best versions of themselves. If I'm not doing that, I'm not doing my job. So sure, I think that like it helps continue to motivate me, or I'm on the right track with certain things that we view. But yeah, I mean, fulfillment, I just enjoy watching people have success, and win games at the end of the day.
Come on, Cutter. Sir. Hi, boy.
I really believe that in life and anything we do, we need to have purpose and fulfillment. There's nothing I would do outside of this game that would give me that same enjoyment, outside of my family. And I feel like if I was to just not do what I love, I wouldn't be able to be the person I am. And I also think a lot of the sacrifice we do is to show our kids, and there is sacrifice for things that you want to do in life and things that you want to achieve. So while I'm still chasing rings and chasing championships and helping players get better at the same time, there's sacrifice that comes with that. And baseball's moved me around the country since I graduated college, and you haven't had a summer since I was 5 years old, and those types of things. But to be able to do what you love for a living, it's really not a job. It's just having fun at the yard, and to be able to enjoy it every day. So my role, my coaching style is just me. It's just authentic, and not hide the ball from players, and just enjoy the moment. You never know when those doors are going to shut and the uniform comes off.